Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome back to Global Freedom Conversations Live. So, I hope everybody's having a wonderful beginning of your week. And before we start, we're going to introduce ourselves. So, hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Good morning. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina. I am a wife, a mother of three, a grandmother of two. I am a former educational assistant and a proud digital business owner.
Hello everyone. Mabuhay. This is Connie. I'm originally from the Philippines and now I live here in the beautiful place of British Columbia, Canada. I'm a wife, a stepmom, great mom, and a grandma. Thank you.
Hello, I am Patsy, and I'm a mother of four and grandmother to nine. And I came from Brunei with my husband Joseph. Now we are digital business owners and mentor.
Hello. Hi there. I'm Falak Shirazi, mom of three based in Indiana, USA, turning challenges into growth, a former educator, now an optician, still driven to help community to see better and clear. Beside that, I'm building my online digital business very successfully. Thank you.
Hello, this is Maimuna. I'm originally from Sierra Leone, West Africa, living in Indianapolis, USA. I am a wife, a mom, a healthcare worker, and a proud digital business owner. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna Toure. I'm originally from Senegal, West Africa, but currently I live here in the U.S., state of North Carolina. I'm a wife, a stay-home mom, and I'm a proud digital business owner and a mentor. Thank you.
Well, thank you, everyone, and welcome. So, our topic for today is
All right, today our topic is mindset shift that create long-term change. It's going to be our topic for today.
yes. Today, we're going to be talking about. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry, Anna. That was the wrong topic. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, rewriting old stories that keep you stuck.
Yes, thank you, Falak. And sorry for the confusion at the beginning. So, this is our topic for today, rewriting old stories that keep you stuck. And, well, we all carry stories, right? The stories about who we are, what we are capable of, and what we believe is possible. But here's the truth: some of those stories were written a long time ago, and they no longer reflect who we are today. Today, we're talking about how we recognize those old stories and how to rewrite them so that they no longer keep you stuck. Okay, so our topics for today.
Today's point is point one. Your thoughts become the narrative you live by. Point two. Many limiting beliefs were formed early in life. Point three. Awareness is the first step to change. Point four. New action create new evidence. Point five. Identity shift when behavior repeats. Point six. Your story can evolve at any point in life.
Yeah, so these are the points that we'll be talking about today. And we have a comment from Joanna Jordanova. She said, "Hi, hello, Jordana. How are you? Thank you for watching us." Okay, let's see. So here's our point for today.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Maimuna. So today, my point, I will talk about your thought become the narrative you live by. The story you repeat in your mind becomes the life you start to live. Read that again if you're watching us or you're listening. Because most people don't realize this. It's not their situation holding them back. It's the narrative they have accepted as truth. I'm not ready. I don't know enough. I can do this. At first, it feels like a thought, but over time, it becomes a belief. And once it becomes a belief, it starts shaping your decision, your confidence, and your result. Now, here's the shift that most people need. You don't have to become a completely different person overnight. You just have to start telling yourself a different story. Instead of, I can do this, why not you start saying, I'm learning how to do this? Instead of, I'm not ready, try to say, I can figure this out step by step. And the small shift can be a powerful impact. Because the moment your thoughts change, your action start to follow. And that's why that's where everything begins to shift. For myself, I didn't wait until I felt ready to start building something for myself. I decided to learn, grow, and take a learning step away. If you are in this season where you know you want more, but your thoughts are holding you back, we create something that helps you see what's possible and how to get started the right way. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. And yes, so here's something powerful. The stories that you tell yourself repeatedly become your internal belief system. So if you believe that you're not capable, if you believe that you're not going to be able to do it, if you believe that you're not good enough, then you keep repeating those things to yourself, and therefore that's what you keep believing, right? You need to change that mindset from I'm not ready to yes, I can learn it. So that's what Anna was talking about. And we have another comment from Tina Digital Space. She says, hello, ladies. And then she also said, happy to see you all. Hi, Tina.
Hello.
Thank you
Hi,
for
Hello,
Tina.
Tina.
watching.
Thank you for watching
Hello.
us.
Hello.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
know.
And so now we're moving on to point number 2. And point number 2, many limiting beliefs were formed early in life. And one of the most eye-opening realizations in my journey was this. A lot of what I believe about myself was not actually mine. It was something I absorbed, since childhood, since I was just a little tiny kid, and people kept telling me things like, no, you can't do that. That's not for you. You're not good enough. You're never going to be able to do it. So all those things were not really excuse me, those things were not really my beliefs. So from childhood experiences, from environment, the environment I grew up in, from things I heard repeatedly over time, things like, you have to work twice as hard. This is just how life is. People like us don't usually do that. And you believe those things after you hear them over and over and over again. And without realizing it, I carry those beliefs into adulthood as well. I made decisions based on them. I doubted myself because of them, and I held myself back because of them as well. But at some point, I had to pause and ask myself, is this belief actually true today? Is it true, or is it something just familiar, something, that I've been carrying on? Because psychology shows that many of our core beliefs are formed early in life and reinforced through repetition, not necessarily based on current reality. And that was powerful to me to understand. So, when you keep repeating things, those things become familiar, and you just keep doing it without questioning things anymore. But once I understood that, or because I did, it meant something important. Just because I believed something for a long time didn't mean I had to keep believing it. So I started questioning my thoughts. Not everything I felt was a fact. Not everything I fear was reality. And not every limitation was permanent. And slowly I started replacing old beliefs with new possibilities, not overnight, but intentionally. And that changed everything for me. Because when you change what you believe about yourself, you change what you allow yourself to do. So here's the key takeaway I want you to stay with. Just because a belief was formed early in life doesn't mean it has to define your future. You have the power to rewrite it. Okay? So let's move on to point number 3.
So I will talk about awareness is the first step to change. You cannot change a story you are not aware of. Behavioral research shows that self awareness is a key predictor of behavior change and emotional regulation. When you start noticing how you speak to yourself, what you assume about your potential, you begin to create a space for change. Awareness break autopilot thinking. For me, awareness was where everything started. Before I began this online business, I had so many thoughts in my mind. I'm not techie. Yes, because what I'm doing is just only very simple. If I do posting, just post picture like that. So simple. I'm too late to start. I'm on my early 50s when I start this business. I don't know if I can do this. Yeah, that's the reality. And I didn't even question those thoughts. I just accepted them as true. But when I got into this community through trainings, mentorship, I slowly become aware that those were just old stories I've been telling myself. Stories based on fear, on past experiences, not on who I can become. And that awareness changed everything. Because once you start noticing how you speak to yourself, you can pause and choose a better thought. In life, we all carry these hidden beliefs. But the moment you become aware of them, you take back control. You're no longer autopilot. You start rewriting your story, one thought, one decision at a time. So, this is my message. You can change what you don't recognize. But once you become aware, change become possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. And yes, the first step is awareness, right? You have to know what's going on, what you believe, what you think, or who you think you are. The first thing is awareness, and then after that comes change. A lot of people will tell you, and I don't understand. They will tell you, that's how I've been all my life, and that's how I'm gonna be. But that's not what life is about. You're supposed to learn as you grow, and you have to be willing to make changes so that you can become a better person, a better version of yourself. Okay, so we have another comment from Tina's Digital. She said, very powerful session today. Thank you,
Thank you.
Tina. Yes, we're liking this
Thank
topic
you.
today.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna move to point number 4.
Okay, I'll be talking about new actions create new evidence. So, what are the new action and how they implement, what change they bring to us in our life? New action break old patterns and old routines. They create fresh results you did not have before. You were not aware of before. That comes with the new action. These results become real proof that change is really possible. These proofs build stronger belief. So, stronger belief pushes you to take even bigger actions. You don't change your story by thinking differently alone, you change it by acting differently. And neuroscience shows that repeated actions create new neutral pathways, reinforcing new beliefs over time. Every small step forward creates new evidence that challenges the old story. Action is what makes growth. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, so new actions create new evidence, right? You don't have to, you don't change by just thinking of becoming different. You have to actually make the actions, take the actions, and start acting like the person that you say you are. It's like when we tell our kids, right? Don't do that or don't say that, but we say it, right? And they're like, well, why do you say it and I can't say it? So we have to act according to our words. We can't just say things and not do them. Okay, so moving on to point number 5.
Uh, oh, identity shifts when behavior repeats. You don't just decide a new identity, you build it through repetition. Repetition. Research in habit formation shows that consistent behavior rewires identity over time, especially when actions are repeated in small, sustainable ways. You become the version of yourself you repeatedly practice being. Well, one of the biggest misconceptions about growth is this. People think you can just decide to become a new version of yourself overnight. But real change doesn't happen through a single decision, it happens through repeated behavior. Research in habit formation shows that consistent actions done over time, even small ones, actually rewire your identity and not just a result, you identity. In other words, you don't become confident by saying, I'm confident. You become confident by consistently doing the things a confident person would do. It is the repetition that creates the shift. And this is where many people struggle because they're waiting to feel ready before they act. But identity doesn't come first, action does. Every time you show up, every time you follow through, every time you choose growth over comfort, you are casting a vote for the person you are becoming. And it doesn't have to be big, dramatic changes. It can be small, consistent actions, showing up even when you don't feel like it, keeping a promise to yourself, taking one step forward instead of staying stuck. Over time, these small actions compound, and one day you don't just do the behavior anymore. You start to believe this is who you are. You become the disciplined one, the consistent one, the resilient one. So if you feel like you haven't become that version of yourself yet, don't focus on changing your identity overnight. Focus on repeating the behaviors because who you are becoming is built by what you consistently practice every single day. Thank you.
Thank you, Patsy. So, yes, identity shift when behavior repeats, right? You have to do those actions repeatedly to change those behaviors, especially if you have some behaviors that are not adding value to your life. And you become better when you repeat things. It's like you don't become a better swimmer by thinking of being a better swimmer. You actually have to get in the water. You have to do the swimming to become a better swimmer. So, okay, we're gonna go to point number 6.
Okay, your story can evolve at any point in life. You are not stuck with your past story. Studies in positive psychology show that individuals who actively reframe their personal narrative experience higher resilience, motivation, and life satisfaction. Your story is not finished. It is still being written by the choices you make today. So yeah, point number 6 really speaks to me because a lot of people feel like their past define them. Maybe things didn't go as planned. Maybe there were struggles, delays, or mistakes. And sometimes it can feel like this is just my life. But the truth is, you are not stuck with your past story. Your story can evolve at any moment, at any season, at any age. What matters is the meaning you give to your experiences. Instead of saying, this happened to me, you can say, this prepared me. So let me make a pause of there. Like my story, if I take a look at my story prepare me. As a mother of a special need, that prepare me to join into this digital business. Because I can say if it wasn't because of that, I wasn't gonna join on this. I wasn't planning, I never be on business. But this story prepare me to take the next step. So instead of saying this happened to me, you can say this prepare me. Instead of seeing step back, you start seeing lesson, growth, strength. So this is what happened. I learned a lot. Being a special need mom teach me a lot. So, and studies actually shows that when people shift how they see their story, they become stronger mentally, more motivated, and more fulfilled in life. So now I am confident of myself. I'm proud after a lot of things that I could be able to do now on my own. So your story is not finished. It is still being written by the decision you make today, by the mindset you choose, and by the action you take moving forward. You have the power to turn your story into something powerful. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, you know what I like a lot about this point is your story is not finished. And you have the power to rewrite it at any time when you decide that you had enough. You know, what happens is that we all carry all our mistakes, our past. It's like we have a big old backpack in the back, right? Of all these things that we're carrying with us. We need to let go of that because our past doesn't define our future and our story is not finished. We keep writing our story every single day by the choices that we make. So don't let your past keep holding you back. Don't let that define who you are, and start doing the things that you love and start writing the story that you want for you. Okay. All right. So what's the key takeaway for today?
So our takeaway for today, if you've been living inside an old story, maybe it's time to question it. Not everything you believe about yourself is true. You are allowed to grow beyond it.
Yes. Okay. And what's the comment or what's the message for our audience?
Comment your story if this resonated, or message us if you are ready to rewrite your narrative.
Yes, guys, comment new story if you're ready to start rewriting your story with something new. We are here to support you. We are here to help you. And, you can send a direct message to any of us. We'll be happy to help. Okay, so we have come to the end of our live today. I hope that this topic that we had today really, help you, that it added value, that it's, something that you've been thinking about. So here we are talking about it. And next Monday, we're going to come with another powerful topic.
All right, thank you, Isabel. Thank you all. So our next Monday topic will be episode 38, mindset shifts that create long-term change. It's going to be our next topic for next Monday. See you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, so next Monday, we're going to come back with this amazing topic, mindset shifts that create long-term change. So it's going to be a powerful conversation about internal shifts that support sustainable growth, consistency, and lasting transformation. So don't miss it. We'll be back at the same time next Monday, okay? And well, like I said, we have come to the end. We want to thank you for being here with us. I want to thank everybody for watching, who's going to watch the replay. And well, wishing you all a blessed and amazing rest of your week. Bye, guys.
Thank
Happy Monday.
you. Bye.